coaches talk about having to re-recruit their roster in the transfer portal and NIL era. Can you speak to just how your day-to-day has changed in the new era of college football?
Maybe it's changed a little bit, but I feel like just by being myself and just the reason why I got into coaching was to build great men through the game of football. And, I feel like if you do that every day and you are who you are and you're transparent and pour into guys, then I think that sells itself sort of deal. And obviously, Clemson, we're a great place. We have unlimited or really good resources to take care of guys from that standpoint. But people don't stay at places as long as this would be my 12th year at Clemson. Coach Sweeney, 20-something years here as well. You don't stay at a place and for that amount of time and be full of crap. People know who you are, and I think just being who we are every day, guys want to come back. Tyler Davis's roots, XT Maskell, Sheridan Jones, JP. Those guys want to come back because of the culture that Coach Sweeney has created here.
Since you're talking about the transfer portal, Coach Sweeney has brought in 2 transfers in all his time, both backup third-string quarterbacks. Is that something that y'all talk about with recruits? I mean, that's so rare, and most schools are bringing in 20 or more guys from the transfer portal every year. Is that a selling point that come here, we're not going to go outside to find a guy to replace him?
Most definitely. I mean, that's a huge selling point because I would say typically most guys make the jump in their 3rd year of football, even seeing at the NFL level. Rookies coming in usually takes about 2 to 3 years, just catching up the speed of the game and so forth and so on. But it goes back to we've never signed a junior college player here either. If you come in, put in the time, put in the work, and once the guys, once you get your opportunity or whatever, coach is really committed to those guys versus bringing guys in. And 2, when you have guys in and out of your locker room, you can't maintain a culture. If guys are here for 6 months and leaving, it's a really, really bad vibe in your locker room. And thankfully, Coach has been here and we've been established for a long time, so we don't have to deal with some of the things that new staffs are dealing with or even others. And it's really cool to see guys come in and really put in the work and time, and then once they get their opportunity to see them maximize it.
Wes, when you're sort of diagnosing past defense breakdowns last year, what's at the top of your list of the sort of culprit, I guess? Is it one thing, or is it a lot of interrelated things, not so much pressure, maybe one of the I'm just wondering what you identify as.
Yeah, I think it was a multitude of things. I think, whether just guys playing technique wrong. Maybe it was the call. There wasn't a huge amount of mental error bust for touchdowns. I feel like guys were in the right position. Maybe they played the technique wrong, lost leverage a lot of times. Whether a guy's supposed to be inside leverage on a route and he lets the receiver stem inside, cross his face and beat him. So lost leverages as well. And then I feel like last year we played some really talented quarterbacks and receivers as well. So a couple times, maybe sometimes you just tip your hat to them as well. But applying the technique and maintaining leverages were a big part of it.
Do you feel like we got home in terms of pressure for quarterbacks and other ways to get more pressure?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think we left a lot out there from that standpoint. We finished up there in sacks and tackles for loss again. But I can think of times where we missed a sack and let a guy get out, and maybe it didn't affect anything. Maybe it was a throwaway or whatever, but we need to definitely convert more on some of our opportunities. Yeah, I think so.
You see Mukuba continuing to move around, or maybe primarily Nicole?
Yeah, I think early on, hopefully we can identify our best 11 and get those guys comfortable in that spot, whether that's him at nickel or him at strong safety. But he'll definitely have the opportunity at one of those two spots. Yeah, definitely. You know, I feel like he understands what's going on in front of him and behind him, which is what all great linebackers do. You know, they understand the big picture, how everything fits together, and he could go in there and he can draw up what all 11 guys have to do, all the adjustments. You know, he's a thinker, very inquisitive in meetings and wants to understand, and he definitely sees things how I see them.
How much do you see him as a leader of the defense, or are there other guys who feel like take up that role this year?
Yeah, I mean, he's up there. You know, I that's probably one area. You know, I've challenged him. You know, you know, both him and Barrett. Hey, be vocal leaders, because guys really respect you in the locker room, and you have their ear. And we like I said earlier, you know, Tyler Davis, Rook, those guys, JP, Sheridan Jones, throw those two guys in there, even, and numerous other guys as well.
So how would you assess the rushing defense overall last year, and what's some stuff you want to improve on?
Yeah, definitely. You know, we were up there for a while, but you know, I think we finished like top 15 or whatever, and definitely an area where we can get better at. So really challenge those guys up front. You know, I think some injuries hurt us at times. You know, a little bit of guys in and out of the lineup, but we need to clean up our technique, our directional steps with our movements and pressures. Hey, call a pressure versus a run. And it's a one gap movement. Don't go two gaps and create issues from that standpoint. And then also from the second level, just the backers being more comfortable and fitting gaps and run fit wise. You know, that's a big learning curve for younger linebackers with all the different coverages and all the variables that the offense presents. You know, motions and then swappers. A lot of eye candy in today's world, and you know, Trotter's grown in that area. Barrett gets better every day. You know, Wade has a really good understanding of all those guys. So really excited to see how we do in that area as well.
You had an assessment Capehart, Trey Williams. I mean, there's a lot of talk about those frontline guys.
Yeah.
I'm just curious about what you see for them, sort of their upside.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to have a lot of opportunities to provide good depth up front. Really pleased from where they all were coming out of spring. Excited to see them get their opportunity as well. You know, those frontline guys can't play the whole game up front. You know, you need to be rolling guys in, keeping guys fresh. And but Capehart, you know, super strong. Continues to grow his knowledge base every day. Works really hard at it. Peyton, you know, changed his body from the time he got here. Just has really grown from a technique and knowledge standpoint as well.
So you guys have done this in the past in terms of playing three defensive tackles on the field at the same time. I mean, how open are you to playing that, or against the best defensive linemen on the field, just because of the depth you have?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely want to play our best 11 and what gives us the best combination to be successful. And I feel confident we're in a good spot in the defensive end room. But hey, if we need to go big, and whether it's a Notre Dame or Boston College playing 12 and 13 personnel, and you need to get bigger guys out there, we're definitely open to that. We're always going to want to be a 4-3 team, 4-2-5 off of it when we go nickel versus 11 personnel and sub packages. But whatever the best combination is to give us the opportunity to be successful, that's what we'll be about.
A few minutes ago, you mentioned you didn't know certain things until you were thrown into the fire. What were some of the things that you learned by being in the fire?
Yeah, just how much time it takes to recruit at a high level, or how much time do I need to devote to game planning, how to manage a staff, just getting up in front of the defense every day, coaching linebackers, organizing practice from that standpoint. Hey, going from a guy that helps to being the guy in charge. Just a lot of different areas. I mean, you grow your character, how to deal with all the stresses, how to tune out all the noise and focus on the task at hand. Just, you could sit up here and talk for 20 or 30 minutes on that, but yeah, it definitely grinds you up for sure.
Take one more.
So my next key, what do you want to see from him? I mean, I know that he's put in a good offseason, but what does he have to show sort of in August?
Yeah, hopefully just consistency. Just hopefully he can stay healthy. Obviously that's plagued him in the past, and just want to see him have consistency every day from that standpoint. He looks really good. Had a great, he loves the weight room and that sort of thing. But the biggest thing is just him being able to stay healthy and be there every day.
Thank you very much.